Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sara. I have a toddler son named Diane. I'm expecting baby number 2 in February, and I'm looking forward to sharing this 32-week update, pregnancy update, or bump date with you guys. I share these every Tuesday on my channel, so if you like these types of videos, please be sure that you hit up the like and subscribe for more content. Your support is what motivates me to post. And without further ado, let's get into this video. In this week's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through the baby's development, some symptoms that I've been going through this week, and then I'm going to end it off with baby names that I love and might be using, because I don't know why I wouldn't use some of these names. They're pretty great, and that's why I chose them in the first place. Let's start talking about the baby's development. So at this point, they're about 17 inches long and a little over 4 pounds. They are about the size of a honeydew melon or a baby lion cub, which is adorable. Their bones are hardening, as they have been in the past, but now they're not as fragile as they were obviously in previous weeks. The next thing that's happening is the baby's brain function has vastly changed this week. They now have the capability to control their breathing, their body temperature, and digestive system. This is what differentiates a preterm baby from a late preterm baby. Late preterm babies are generally born between weeks 32 to 36 weeks plus 6 days, which was the case of my son Suleiman. He was born at 36 weeks. The lungs have almost finished developing, which is again why late preterm babies have it a little bit easier than preterm babies. Now, symptom-wise, at 32 weeks, I noticed that my baby dropped. And this has been a little nerve-wracking for me because I never had that experience with my son Suleiman. He was always low. It has me a little worried because I know that I have a high risk of preterm labor. And that's my biggest symptom, other than, as you can still tell, my nose. I'm still congested. It is so annoying. It is not, I'm not sick. It is just my sinus is so inflamed with this pregnancy. And I mentioned this really early on in my pregnancy updates, but it's gotten to a point where I just sound stuffy and gross. And you will also see that my lip is super inflamed. I look like I got fillers to the next level, and I would never do that. And I also look just really dry. It's so annoying. And my eyebrows are thinning, which is the most annoying symptom for me because obviously it's the most visually, just the visual symptoms I think in general are really getting to me now at this point. But it is what it is, pregnancy. Now let's get into the names that I love and might be using. I won't be using these ones because I'm having a boy, so I'll start with the girl names because those are baby names that I love but won't be using, at least not in this pregnancy. The first name that I like for a girl is Inaya. Inaya means care or concern. I think it's such a pretty name. The second girl name that I love is Layana, and you might see a pattern here. I do like names that end in a or a vowel, and it means radiant. The third baby girl name that I like is Ahlam, which means dreams. And the fourth girl name that I like is Layal, which is, I guess, a play on the name Layla, but Layal means nights, so it's a multiple. I love the name. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a popular name in general now, Layla and Layl and all this stuff, but Layal is just a different take on that. Another name that I really like is Soha, which means star. And this name means something to me because it was my aunt's name, Allah yarhamha, and she was on my dad's side, Allah yarhamha. He also passed away. She was really dear and special to my dad and to me, and I love her name. I think her name is beautiful. The sixth name, and by the way, I have 10 names in total for girls and boys, so I put quite a list for you guys. But the sixth name that I like is Hilal. Hilal is, I guess, technically, it is a girl's name. It means crescent moon. The seventh name that I like is Reina. Reina means pure, and I just think it's another beautiful name. The eighth name is Audia, which means pure and noble, and some people are gonna probably laugh and smile at that one and be like, okay, you like that name? And if you know why, let me know in the comments. I wanna hear what you think. The ninth name I like for girls is Gianna. Gianna means essence. And this name just sounds gorgeous as well. I think if I had twin girls, which I put thought into as well because we do have twins in our families, but I like the name Reina and Gianna. I think those two girl names, if you had girl twins, would be so cute. And then the 10th name is Via, which is for some reason when spelled in English Zia, it doesn't really make sense because it's spelled with a vowel, not a Z, but Via means light, and I think it's a gorgeous name. It sounds really pretty. An English way of saying it would be Thea. They're not too difficult to say in English because obviously that is something I think about being Canadian. I want the name to be easy for other people to say as well, but also still have some kind of meaning back to our culture and religion and all that. Boy names. So these names are names that I could very well likely call this little baby. And we'll start with the first, which is Jibril or Jibrail. Gabriel is the English way of saying it. Angel of Allah. I love this name. I think it's a beautiful name. I may not use this name only because when it's said in Egyptian, it's Gabriel. And my husband and I, we always like have little feuds about this. We're like, it's pronounced like this. And he's like, no, it's pronounced like this. So I feel like it would just be like a constant, no, say his name this way. No, say his name that way. That's the only reason I won't use that name, but I like it either way. I think it's a really nice name. The second name that I like is Yaqub. This one is a name that's in the family now, so I can't use it anymore, but I do like that name. And I do tend to use prophet names, as you can tell with my son, Suleiman. But I also like names that are, I guess, a little less common. So the third name I like is Diane. Now I know this could be used between girls and boys, so it's a unisex name. It's a level of heaven. The fourth name I like is Laith. Laith means lion or brave. This was the name suggested by my brother-in-law when we were going to choose a name for Suleiman, and I was pregnant with him. The fifth name is Helen, which is happy. So it means happy or prominent, and it just sounds calm and serene, which maybe would set you up to have a calm baby, but who knows. The sixth one is Zain, which is handsome. It's just a nice name, and it's similar to my sister's name, which is Zana, which is a good girl's name for anyone who wants a girl's name. The seventh name that I like is Zaid. Zaid means growth or progress, and the reason I like this name in particular is because it's kind of similar to my dad's name, his name was Ra'id, which is a good boy's name as well. I have not considered naming that name just because that name, I want it to have its special place, which is my father, and he has this very special place in my heart. And I also feel like if I named one of my children after my dad, I would unconsciously favor them. And I don't want to do that either. I like the name Zaid. It's kind of like a happy medium. It's close to his name where I still feel like I have a part of him, but it's also its own unique and different thing. My cat is trying to jump on the camera right now. Cat mom props. The eighth name that I like is Salim, which means safe, and we would probably call him Sammy for short. I like the name Sammy. I think it's adorable. It's a really cute name. The ninth one I like is Ayan. Ayan means gift from God, and it's similar to Rayyan, which makes sense as to why I would like Ayan. And the 10th name that I wrote down is Muhammad, which is obviously, peace be upon him, is the prophet. Every Muslim person generally considers this name at least once. I tend to choose names that are not popular, and that's the only reason I may or may not use that name, but I do consider it. All right, so this is my belly from the front, and you can now see a shadow. I feel like it shows that he's dropped. This is my bump from the side. See, he's down here now. He's usually been up here in other videos, so this is definitely more clear that he's down here. Let me know if you guys think that he dropped. That's my 32-week bump. If there's any names that you guys like or would like to suggest, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to read through them. I'm still open. I didn't choose a name or settle on a name. My husband and I tend to settle on a name once we see the face of our baby. So if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments below. I'll definitely look at them. And if you like these types of videos, please be sure that you hit up the like and support my channel. Subscribe for more content. I do upload about twice a week. And if there's anything that you would like to see on my channel, please leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to make a video for you. You guys have left quite a few suggestions, so I am working on those videos. They are coming up. I think what I might do is I might pre-record some content, and then if for whatever reason I go into labor, I can upload something in the meantime until I'm back again. So with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.